For the final time today, ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for Party Leader Richard Tice.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you, David, for those inspirational words about healthcare. And thank you also to our stewards who did a magnificent job when the Tories tried to sabotage our conference. Time is short, but keeping Britain safe and secure is the most fundamental job of any government. And of course, we should start by thanking brave frontline officers, men and women, for serving in the police force. Theirs is not an easy job. We want to trust them. We want to respect them. Now, I'm quite keen on this word zero. I'm quite keen on the idea of zero tolerance on crime, zero tolerance on antisocial behaviour, and zero tolerance on illegal immigration. And it starts at the ground level, doesn't it? With bobbies on the beat. Not policing tweets, on the streets, preventing crime, giving confidence to communities, catching criminals. That's the fundamental job. And when we start to lose confidence, that's a really bad place to be. The truth is that we want criminals, people who, commit offences, we want them caught, we want them charged, we want them convicted, and where necessary, we need them locked up. People need to understand the consequences of bad decisions, bad judgments. And the figures are shocking. At the moment, just 7% of offences, literally 7% of offences, result in charges, let alone convictions. That number's halved in just 5 years. Bad management, badly led, money wasted, outdated technology, archaic systems, it's all there. We need much better leadership, much firmer, more robust, clear leadership. I think we've had enough of the woke, waffle leadership, not just in government, and Claire touched on it earlier, and she's right that it pervades everything, and we have to constantly challenge it amongst all these various issues. We've had enough of woke, waffle leadership. People need to know that criminals are likely to be caught and they're likely to be convicted. Why don't we have a target? Not 7%, we should be ambitious. If you commit an offence, 100% is a bold, ambitious target. At least 50-50 chance of being caught would be good. I'm aware of a situation recently. Burglars smashed the gates, went up to the shutters of an industrial unit, all caught on TV, stole some power tools, 3 individuals, clear as day on the TV, gave the CCTV to the police, Greater Manchester Police, no less, checked it up 4 weeks later. Oh no, really sorry, can't use facial recognition software. It's against the human rights of the criminals. I mean, give us a break, folks. It's unbelievable. What about the human rights of us, the victims? Now, just before I close, there are some great people doing some amazing work on reoffenders, because reoffending is a massive problem. And actually, so working on rehabilitating prisoners in prison is really important. And there are great companies like Timpson's, the shoe repairers, who have a plan of employing ex-offenders, and I really do want to pass on our thanks and appreciation to them. There's also a great charity not far from here in Leeds called Tempus Novo, again, that goes into prisons, works with offenders, and actually helps them get their lives back on track and stops them reoffending. That's a really, really good use of time and resource, and a big thank you to them. Let's talk about immigration. As a nation, I say we've always welcomed smart, lawful immigration that works for our economy. We've always been a welcoming, hospitable nation, and that's the right thing to do. We should do it. But let's be clear, that is not the same as illegal immigration. And the vile people smugglers who carry out this hideous trade across the English Channel, you know, the money involved is unbelievable. And we have to make it absolutely clear that we're going to turn the boats back. Priti Patel finally is talking the right sort of language. The interesting thing is, the laws are there. You've just got to be able to have the political will and the political courage to use them. And at the moment, they haven't had that will. They haven't had that courage. The evidence is there. Australia did it. Yes, it was hard, but they did it, and the evidence was right. They stopped the illegal immigration. You have to turn the boats back. The vile people smugglers have to know that they're not going to succeed. That is the only way of dealing with it. And anyone who gets here needs to know they will not be allowed to stay, they will not be granted any form of asylum, and we will get on top of this situation. It's not right. And we have a border force that needs better leadership, stronger leadership. We have an extraordinary situation where foreign nationals who commit crimes, get convicted, spend time in our prisons, they should be deported after they've served their sentence. And yet the lefty human rights lawyers, they seem to be winning the upper hand. It's not good enough, it's got to stop. We need, to conclude, ladies and gentlemen, we need to make Britain's policing once again the envy of the world. But it requires strong leadership, firm leadership, not feeble, woke leadership. And fundamentally, we need the police to protect our freedom, to protect our future. Thank you very much.